The following presentation does not represent Australian opinion or intellect. We do not speak for any religious order or ethnic minority. We are not political scientists or uni graduates. We're insignificant upper-lower class scum, comparing notes and airing grievances. It's just our opinion. Deal with it.
No way that GST will ever be part of our policy.
Never ever.
Never ever, it's dead.
If they don't like it, go back to where they're from.
It is a big idea.
We don't need them.
A new world order. By 1990, no Australian child will be living in
Have
poverty.
you bought any fresh fruit lately, man? Shit. Like shit. And they're actually selling it. Like fruit.
What do you mean by shit?
Like shit quality fruit. Like, the worst is, oh fuck. Sorry, man, I'm just trying to... The worst is the oranges and the mandarins when they've been baked in the oven. Do you know the difference? When they bake them to, like, hang on. Yeah. They bake them to get them to grow quicker, to ripen up faster. They put them in ovens and stuff.
Pick them raw.
Yeah, my mum used to tell me when I was a kid. You know when you pick up like a mandarin and like the actual fruit itself is tiny, but the skin
is really
is
loose.
like a fucking mushroom around it.
Yeah.
Yeah. She goes, that's from like when they're picked. She goes, don't buy them because they've been picked too raw or whatever, and they've cooked them to think. Could be like urban legend. Could be like an old lifestyle. I got no idea.
Well, I mean, I know for a fact that they artificially ripen some fruit with the ethylene.
Yeah, the ethylene gas.
Yeah, well, they do it with bananas.
Takes all the oxygen out of the air.
Yeah,
and that ripens them quicker.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it sucks the oxygen out of the air.
How does that ripen something faster?
I'm not too sure, but I know that that's what happens with the ethylene gas. It sucks
How
all
do
the
you know
oxygen.
this fact?
I was thinking that...
It's funny. Do you know why it's funny? Because the other day I was actually just listening to like the very first ones, like just wanted to see like how far we've come. And I remember we had a guy at Statsman about the grey eastern grey kangaroos. And I had a guy saying, "How the fuck do you know this?" Yeah, he's talking about ethylene and oxygen ripening fruit. I'm sorry, man. Please.
Just a chemist genius over here.
You got test tubes in your house.
No, because I was talking to the guy at work, and he was just explaining that when the ethylene gas goes in, it sucks all the oxygen out of the room, and yeah.
So what does that do, though? Like, as in, how does that speed up the
I'm not too sure about the science behind it, but yeah, it definitely takes the oxygen out of the air.
Yeah.
Because when you open the banana rooms, like, it smells like death.
Yeah, it does. It smells like...
Like, it actually smells like death.
Yeah.
It's the smell of death.
It's
So, yeah, I was like, what would happen if I got locked in that room?
Only good things.
I like that smell to the smell of Macca's, man. Like, yeah, that fatty, greasy smell. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I reckon that's the smell of death. Because it's just overwhelming.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about that. Like, yeah, when I first said
When you drive past a McDonald's store, you can smell that thick, greasy death smell.
But it's not even like...
It's in the air.
I'm trying to think of a nice... Like,
Macca's smog.
Okay, look at this way, yeah? When you think of, like, nice smells... I actually tweeted it the other day. I realised it's been 3.5 years since I woke up to the smells
of cooked
food.
meals.
Yeah,
I saw that.
meals.
I saw that.
Yeah. It's been that long since, like, you know when you wake up and someone's making breakfast or something, or like preparing the lunch for the day, it's like, oh, what's that, divine smell? Been over 3.5 years since I smelt that ever. It's sad, man. But, yeah, it got me thinking about how much, like, you associate smells with, like, different stuff.
Memories and stuff.
Yeah, and, like, I bought bread earlier, and I was driving home, and the smell of bread was just smashing the inside of my car, and I was, like, losing it. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to get home and butter you up and fucking smash it. Yeah. But, like, think about what's a nice smell that you associate with, like, that, like, what's instantly, like, will fuck your stomach over if you're out. You know what I mean? Right? Just think about that, yeah? Because I can give you one, like the bread smell, yeah? Like, fresh bread just, like, fucking crumbles you. The smell of, like, a steak in a restaurant.
Whenever I smell a barbecue, I just start salivating.
Yeah, a barbecue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, dude, Mimi and I had gone out for a drink the other night, or whatever, like last week or something. And I'm like, what the fuck is that smell? And she's looking at it, she's like, it's someone's steak. I was like losing it, man. Like, I seriously could have eaten it. I wasn't even hungry when I walked in.
Yeah.
You know? Steak.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
back when I was in school, we used to train on a lake. We used to kayak on a lake. And we would go really hard. And
Sorry, man.
The Freemason.
I'm just gonna laugh because as soon as you said we trained on the lake, I looked at him and I just flashed back to my training in high school. It was non-existent, man. We just either got in a fight, someone had a pack of smokes. Yeah.
but on Patterson Lakes, and we would go hard, like do 15k in a session, and you get halfway through, someone's having a barbecue just on the lake, and the waft just wafts onto the river.
And as you're paddling, you're just like, oh,
10k in, starving. Like,
In my area, it would have been like off the boat, like just diving like this. Man, do you want to hear disturbing? Here's the type of characters we went to school with, yeah? There was one guy who came in, who was off the boat, like, so we would have been year 8, so like 13, 14, like not even, whatever. I think it was year 8, year 9. And he could barely speak English, man. He was like just your typical meathead fucking Greek. He was bad, right? Do you know what he did? Because our school backed onto like 2 golf courses, yeah? So it was like just greenery everywhere.
Hey, so did mine.
Did it?
Yeah, Fairhill's backed onto a driving range. It was actually a driving range.
I love how they slap like the shitty schools in between golf courses to give them an idea of what they're never going to achieve. You're like, this is what life may be like. But
You will never be the sophisticated golfer.
yeah.
You are just a scumbag.
you may empty the garbage out after 8
just to make like the class warfare ever more obvious.
Yeah, man. Is that an accident? Actually, hang on.
of-
Is that an accident?
Ooh.
Dude, my school was ensconced by golf courses, man. Like even our senior campus has a massive golf course across the road.
Did you ever go over there to do like a golf lesson sort of thing?
You joking?
We did that a couple of times.
Oh, man. Are you joking? Like now you're taking the piss. Like
We used to sneak in through the back of our school, though. Snake Gully was like the dodgy area of our school, like at the back. It was called Snake Gully. Did you have an area at the back of your school that was like a dodgy area and had a name?
yeah, ours was the track in between. I'm thinking purely of the junior campus right now before we moved across, and that back end of the school had like a dirt road that would lead up the centre of Huntingdale and then go to the train station in North Road. So if you ever wanted to sneak out and avoid the main road,
Did it have like a name though? Like, because in my area, like all the schools, like this,
I don't know,
like a sort of bit at the back fence, it had like a name where like you'd go and smoke cigarettes and stuff. Like,
like a secret code name.
yeah,
so
ours was
teachers
called
wouldn't
Snake
know.
Gully,
why?
and the school in Frederick Gully was called Bog Hill. It's just like this little area that no one goes to, like the dodgy kids go down there and smoke cigarettes or whatever.
Bog Hill.
Ours was Snake Gully at my school.
Why? Like, was
I
it
don't know.
snakes?
Nah, it was just all overgrown and dirty and shit.
I like the audacity of the kids in my school. They used to just smoke on the other side of the oval. Like, just in plain sight. But because it's an oval, like, none of the teachers could get to them in time. Just quickly butt out the cigarettes.
We won't
What
do
do you mean?
We had, like, I'm just trying to picture, because we had our junior campus and our senior campus, and then at some point they sold the junior campus off to like one of the primary schools, and then we moved to the senior campus. They renovated like the senior campus.
Fix the holes in the walls.
It was fucked. I remember the oval had like a just surrounding line of trees. We talked about like the tree line and the gun line, like that. Those trees, man. I don't know how many times like I'd literally be bolting out to those trees after first recess would finish, and I'd either have like Nick with me or like Johnny Des or so, like one of the boys. There'd be like 4 or 5 of us, man, running. Like it would be like a scene out of like Saving Private Ryan or something. Like we'd be running for the trees and you just yell, "Hey!" Like
Someone trips. It's like, no, leave it.
I swear, man. One guy tripped with like 4 meters to go, and he's fucked his ankle up. I've gone back to grab him, like throwing him over the fence, barbed wire, getting caught in the pants.
Save yourself, don't worry about me.
I'll tell you. And I remember one time, like, because you'd always hear the scream, like a teacher would spot you just as you were sneaking to the fence.
Yeah.
And I remember one dude was straggling like behind, and the teacher yelled out his name or yelled out like something, and then he turned around and he got busted. And he sort of looked at us and we looked at him. He's like, "Just go."
just leave me. Just
I'm
leave
done,
me.
you
Save
know?
yourselves.
But that's all. And then, like, I just remember sneaking through those trees, jumping over the back fence, and there was just like no man's land for a good fucking, like, I don't know how long. You crossed over a main road, past schools, and then go down like the industrial side of South Oakley. Like, it was fucked. But you drive past now, man, and they've got rid of all the trees. There's no trees. Like,
No hiding spots.
it's fine.
Couple of sniper towers.
It looks barren as fuck, man.
Yeah.
I can't believe you had a fucking lake. Like, you had access to that whole lake as a...
Oh no, Patterson Lakes. So
Yeah,
it wasn't like at the back of my school.
Yeah, but you just went with your school, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you would have had like one of those.
Buses, short buses.
Was it did you have like a shed in a certain area off like a docking port thing?
No, we
all
trained
their-
at a
with all their
kayaking club
boats and stuff.
called
Yeah,
Patterson
yeah.
Lakes. So it was a separate club. We just went there and stored our boats there.
Yeah, but you had school boats. That's the
Yeah,
point. Man,
yeah.
we were lucky to get soccer balls, man. I brought it up.
That's where all that government funding goes, mate.
Dude,
The extra $4 billion they spend on private schools
Yeah.
a year.
Yeah.
there it is. Man, I remember music class, man. We had the same two guitars from year 7 to year 12. Like, I wasn't in music in year 12. I dropped out the year before. But those instruments stuck around, like, for years. Like, we were mending them. We were fixing them. Same drum kit, like, just sticky tape all over the
It's like-
fucking bass kit, you know?
I hear you, brother. I
It's
hear
like
you.
Woodwork doesn't actually get to make their own projects. They just have to make guitars for the music department.
It's man, it was fun, man.
And for today's project, we're going to make chairs for 2A.
Man, I'm not even joking. I'll tell you what, one of the funnest memories I ever had, though, was in year 12. I'm pretty sure it was year 12, because it was our last sort of leg. And by that point, I'd stopped going altogether, more or less. You know, I just rocked up to do the exams and I fucked off. But I remember they were cleaning out the music room and we were just finding, like, all these guitars and, like, all just random shit that was busted. And they had
A couple of maracas.
yeah, shakers. They had a big skip in out the back, and they're like, move everything from here into the things. Yeah, cool. Then we went past, me and my mates went past, and we found like the old wooden acoustic guitars, but they were fucked. They're like almost shelled out.
Nylon strings.
Yeah, dude, we were using them like Jeff Jarrett, like fucking just
guitar
resting
smash.
specs. We were smashing them on each other, man. That's what we did. That was our extracurricular activities in year 12, man. Smashing guitars over each other. Just we're the year 12 graduates.
Did you have at your school Muck Up Day? The year 12s?
That actually became a really big controversial thing. Like after our year level, I mean, you're a couple of years younger than us. Actually, perfect example. We had Muck Up Day, but there were very big implications on a lot of stuff. Did you have Muck Up Day?
It was very controlled.
How controlled? You register your weapons.
Yeah, so I think we had an assembly, and then we were chaperoned to the gym and all locked in there.
You did it inside?
Yeah.
Nah, man. That takes the sport out of it.
Yeah.
That's not warfare.
It's because
Yeah, nah.
the year before us got drunk, we had like a few people in the sick bay. One person passed out
You had a sick bay?
on stage during the assembly. Yeah. What do you mean, did we have a sick bay?
We didn't have a sick bay. It was just stretches in the hallways, man. This guy's got polio. This guy lost a leg. Hang on, wait a second, man. I'm picturing his school with like everyone's got like aprons and fucking here rubber gloves. Here like your masks, the biohazard masks.
Yep, yep.
Would you? Yeah, Muck Up Day, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what happened then?
For our year, a bunch of guys sort of trashed the school bus. So that kind of like put an end to it, sort of thing. Like, and then it became a lot more controlled after that.
People always take it too far.
Yeah.
They just trashed the bus.
Yeah, we had one school bus and the windows got smashed and whatever. But yeah.
Did you actually have the Muck Up Day itself, like the eggs and all that sort of shit?
Yeah.
Where'd you do it?
Just at school.
Yeah, like anywhere?
Yeah, anywhere.
Like you're just running around, some kind of cops. Yeah, did that.
Yeah, we didn't have water pistols, we didn't have eggs. Like, I can't...
You know what, man? They tried our year, so 2002. Yeah. Fuck, we're old, man.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. 2002, man. They it was the year when they started introducing the laws on projectiles, so you couldn't throw eggs anymore. That was the year they were talking about it, and we've like lost it. We're like, go fuck yourselves. This is it. And they tried to put a ban in it, saying if you're caught with like eggs or participating in this sort of shit, you're not going to be able to sit your final exams. And we all just said, no, go fuck yourselves. Like we've studied for how long we've been at school. This is the one thing we look forward to. Like, and you got to picture our school. We've got nothing, man. This is the one time, you know.
Let us trash shit. It's our one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were like on the main like what's it called? The main battlefront was the school oval because it's just fucking huge. But shit got trashed all over the school, man. Like it's free for all, and every man for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't believe they controlled it in like a gym or something, like just a hall or basketball court or something.
Yeah, a basketball court, yeah.
So you're all locked in there for the duration of the day and...
Yeah. I think we actually had to leave pretty early.
20 minutes in. I
can't remember.
A broom and just
I think, yeah.
You picture, I'm sorry, mate. Can you picture like garbage bags everywhere, like on the ground, like just off the walls, not the walls? they
Yep.
fucked us up. Like, we actually got that carried away. Like, we didn't get carried away, but we took it that seriously. Me and a mate went to Safeway beforehand, yeah. I got to his house, like, crack of dawn sort of shit, yeah. Just and we,
The face paint.
dude, I'm not even joking. We made T-shirts.
Yeah.
Because me and my mate were big on, what's it called? Like, COV, like, what's the word for custom characters in games? Is it, cause? Yeah.
Just cause.
No, cause as in, customizable, attributes and things. Like it's like uniforms and shit for games.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
massive for, like, in wrestling games, so we had our own, like, storylines in the games, and we had, like, a group that we used to have as well. So we actually drew, like, we got school shirts, we ripped the sleeves off, drew the logo on the chest, put a name on the back, like, full fucking get up, man. I got to this house, we went to Safeway, and we just started looking for the most sinister shit, and we got creative, like, hard. We're like, alright, we've got fish oil, we've got, like, asparagus juice, like, all types of shit, yeah? Like, we're talking rancid stuff.
Yeah.
Then, like, we went home, we went back to his joint, we started filling up, like, the standard water balloons, had, like, milk crate, like, egg cartons in the backpack, like, just flour, like, random stuff.
Yep.
But the killer was, like, a set of water balloons that we made up, man. We had, like, a pot, and we turned the heat on it. Like, we got the heat on it. We're outside, because it's a WOG household, so they got the second kitchen out the back, right? So we've got all the room in the world.
Yeah.
We just got this pot on the boil, man.
Just like I'm supposed to know that.
I'm telling you.
Two kitchens.
I'm telling you, that's standard, man. Right? Dude, we had the pot on the boil, and we were warming up, like, fish oil, so, like, just all the shit that just stinks, like, down the Asian aisle and, like, the
Yeah.
whatever you can find, man, that you would use. You'd have to use in association with something else in order to
Yeah.
get the flavour out of it. Nah. We heated them up, man. We boiled this shit so it became like a full...
Just a hot, steaming
Dude,
fucking
it was fucked.
missile.
I remember his mum or his sister came out. They're like, "What the fuck is that smell like?" Man, we squirted it carefully, like, into water balloons, like at one, like, going in our hands, and we're like, "Ah!"
It burns.
It stunk, man, like bad.
Yeah.
They were like the special water balloons. We just kept in another bag. We're on the battlefront, like the fight's going nuts. Everyone's like lobbing shit, losing their shit. He's just looked at me, he's like, "Grenade," you know, like, done. So I've like pulled one out, handed it to him. He's lobbed it, hit this girl in the face, and we just stood back, and she just literally keeled over and started dry reaching, like dry reaching, man, like, and I'm just like, fuck.
Up that bitch.
Yeah, and from that point on, we're just lobbing him from a distance, just praying to God that we'd hit him, like anyone.
Yeah.
And then when we left, we had all these eggs, like, left over. And that was when it was big, no projectiles, blah, blah, blah. Man, the bus stop, like, random, like, everything got hit, man.
Yeah.
It was fucked.
Good times.
Fuck oath, man. You see what they're doing now for Muck Up Days, man? Like, they just... You think his was restricted, man? They don't let him do anything. Like, security, 48 hours around the school, anyone caught on the premises early doing anything, like, that's it, you're fucked. Is that fair? I don't know. Like,
I don't know, man. I think that long of being in the school system, you should be able to let your head down a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah, as long as no one gets hurt, water
as long as
balloons are
it's not a
fine.
violent siege,
Yeah.
you know, like...
Yeah.
Even eggs aren't really that bad as long as you're not pelting them at like 2 meters away.
Yeah, I reckon make some safe rules, you know, like eggs, throw them from, 10, 20 metres, like
Yeah.
no more.
And make
No direct face hits, like, yeah, like I'm going to fucking,
make like a safe area, because I remember being young in school, man. Like if it was like, don't go to the oval because you're fair game in the oval, I would have gone to the oval, like just for the challenge, just to see these bunch of year 12s who haven't done any exercise because they spent all their life studying to try and like waddle after me. So
I don't know, man.
because I think it's not just year 12s, the younger kids love it as long as they're not getting hurt.
Yeah, I reckon you put your boundaries in. Yeah, like we said, like no eggs, to the face and no actual fighting.
Yeah.
Like,
Is that just an Australian thing, Muck Up Day? At the end of year 12, or do they do it in like the States and stuff as well?
I don't know. I know. Do you remember that Simpson episode? It was a dream. I'm pretty sure it was a dream. It had to be a dream sequence. You just hear "School's out forever," and then like Skinner's like got permanent records they're burning. He's like,
Yes,
"So
yes.
buy these permanent records quickly now."
Yes.
Then Bart just drives by with a bulldozer and levels the whole school. No, I'm trying to think of American Pie and all that. Like, you know,
Yeah, like I'm Because I was just thinking when we were talking, like, I've never really heard, like, a muck-up day.
The worst you can get in Australia is throwing water balloons and eggs, but I mean, in America they have almost unlimited access to paintball guns, BB guns. Like, I could see it getting real bad.
Surely that would do something.
Do they do it though? Like,
They
over there?
would.
Is it?
I mean, they've got summer holidays. What is it? They always make a big deal out of it.
Spring break.
Spring break. Yeah,
Yeah.
So maybe that's their kind of version.
Yeah, let their hair down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they disappear for a bit. It's not like they just trash the school or get in
No.
fights and stuff.
But I mean, if you had spring break, would you really do something at the school?
I don't know, but surely there's got to be movies like where kids get like whipped creamed and, you know,
Yeah, I can't think of any.
burnt alive.
I can't.
Burnt alive.
I don't know.
Maybe it's an Australian thing.
I don't know. It'd be interesting. I know, like, they do it in. I think they do it in Europe where they, like, you know, fancy dress and all that sort of shit. Oh, did you do your lunch? Did you have a Year 12 luncheon?
Luncheon.
A luncheon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew you would.
Of course I did.
I knew you would.
So is that lunch for the teachers?
With the teachers.
Arthur's was in the grand hall with the checkerboard floor and
Yeah.
The sword.
Roast
the grand master at the helm. A luncheon? Nah, I don't think.
And
No, we
then
didn't.
all of us were serving, like, the potatoes and the gravy. Is this more peas? Mr. Right? Not even Mr. Just right.
Nah, luncheon. Nah, I didn't have a luncheon.
I knew you would have for sure. Like, they tried to introduce it with our school, and I don't know
Like
if they
a little
did-
bit of sophisticated.
Yeah, I don't know if they did it before us, but they did for our Year 12s. But the luncheon, you came in fancy dress. Like, that was the whole thing. You came in fancy dress and you had lunch with your teachers or some shit. I'm like, I don't fucking want to be there. No one, like, why would I want to spend my one day? Fuck that. And I didn't go.
With people I hate.
I spent it playing, I think it was SmackDown 2 on PS1 and PS2 with a mate of mine.
Good choice. Good
Yeah,
choice,
man.
brother. Good choice.
So fuck that. And I remember seeing photos of it, like in the Year 12 yearbook after that, and I was just like, that's fucking lame. Like, I'm not knocking the people that went, but it was just like...
So what do they do? Like, it was like in the sports shed or whatever, they had a bunch of tables set up?
It was just a lunch. It was a lunch. I've got no idea what, like, that's how much I knew about it. Like, someone said, you're going to the luncheon. What luncheon? I missed the memo, sorry. I've got no idea. Like, still to this day, I don't know who organised it. I don't know what they ate.
How many people actually turned up?
I could probably find it in the yearbook. I'll have a look. It's probably floating around my mum's house somewhere, man. Actually, it most probably is floating around my mum's house. But yeah, like, was it like then I remember they introduced. What was your school uniform like, man?
My school uniform was horrible. It was purple.
Ooh.
Suave.
So, like, grey, like, pants,
Yeah, standards.
ironed with the crease, and then just...
Pleats.
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 Knee-high socks.
Pleats.
Oh, that's
Pleats with the Clark leather shoes, and then just a white collared shirt and a purple jumper.
was it a wind cheater or was it a?
Yeah, wind cheater.
You had a wind cheater, even in Year 12.
Mm.
Okay, what were you wearing?
We had mostly free dress.
No blazers
Are
here.
you
But
joking?
Yeah.
Free dress?
Yeah. So I could have rocked up to school in this.
He did go to like a laissez-faire
okay,
fucking open
I'm a little
plan.
confused right now.
How? They were treated like adults. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, it was, didn't do me much good education-wise, but it's definitely one of the best schools in the state in terms of, like...
see, institutionalized, man. We were
Yeah.
institutionalized from like
Yeah.
fucking 12. Meanwhile, he's got like the world at his feet. He's like, yeah, I can
Like,
do this.
there's, like, our teachers were really good. There was a really funny story. One of the students found one of our teachers passed out on the train home from the city.
That's mad.
had to hold him up.
I hope they drew a big cock on the face.
Yeah, and then this poor teacher had to walk home. You guys know Langwarrin and Frankston.
Yeah.
He walked home to his house in Langwarrin from Frankston.
That's a decent walk.
That's a stretch, man.
Yeah. So that's what our teachers were like.
We ran into one of our teachers at the Pokies. That was standard for us. You'd run into a lot, especially the Wogs. You'd run into them clubbing, or you'd run into them at Crown. Clubs, Crown, local Tattersall joints. You know,
Just on their heads.
Just there,
There's
period. Like,
another great story. This happened a few years after the student left, but it was an attractive girl. at a club. And then someone, came up behind her and started dancing, and she didn't really look back and started dancing with him. Turned around, it was one of her teachers from high school.
Oh,
fuck. We had a teacher that was there. I'm pretty sure she was there when I was in year 7. She may have still been there when I was in year 7, or she was there when I did my orientation. I'm pretty sure she was my orientation teacher. She would have been like a early to mid 20s, like maybe late 20s. But yeah, she'd apparently hooked up with like a bunch of year 12s, like after the school year had finished or somewhere around. I don't know. Is that legal? Like after the school year's finished?
After school is fine.
yeah, why not?
You're just pushing it, man. Actually, there's a fucking... That's what I wanted. Read to you. Hopefully my phone's charged, man. I don't know if you would have heard this. This is, get this, yeah? This will fucking make you scratch your head, man. A security guard who knowingly had sex with a 14-year-old girl has walked free from Victorian court after the judge said the teen seemed mature and the man was not made of steel.
When did this happen?
Both of you is just perplexed.
So I was
Hold on.
I was following the whole thing until he was the Man of Steel. What does that even mean?
No, he's not the Man of Steel. I'll read it to you. Hang on.
Yeah,
I'll say it again.
Couldn't
okay?
resist the sexual charms of a 14-year-old Johnny.
And he had a Superman outfit on, so it was alright.
Yeah.
Did you with the jocks? The red jocks. No, I'll read that thing again, yeah? A security guard who knowingly had sex with a 14-year-old girl has walked free from a Victorian court after a judge said the teen seemed mature and the man was not, air quotes, made of steel. Does that make sense to you?
The man
Yeah.
made of steel, I don't get that.
It means he couldn't resist her.
Yeah. So I'll read you the case, yeah? So this guy, Franco Abad, 32 years old, was warned by Victorian police last year that the girl he had been dating was 14, not 17, and that if he had sex with her, he would be committing an offence. Yeah? So, like, as in, he thinks his bird's 17, she's actually... The cops have said to him, she's actually 14, mate. Like, stay away from it. Abad confronted the girl about her age, but she told him she was 17, and the mother had lied to the police to get her in trouble. So, obviously, the mother's gone to the cops and said, hey, this guy won't leave my daughter alone.
Yeah.
You know. Later that night, the pair had sex.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
Cop just told me you're 14, and she's like, no, I'm totally 17. My mum just lied to the police.
Let's do it.
have sex.
Let's do it.
But he faced up to 10 years in prison after a jury in May found him guilty of one count of sexual penetration of a child under 16. Yeah. And then, hang on, get this here. This is what got me, right? Like, okay, cool, guy's an idiot. Like, fucking lock him up. Now, he's now a registered sex offender, right? This is what fucking got me. Victorian County Court Judge Christopher Ryan on Friday released the trained chef on the condition he be of good behaviour for 2 years, saying that Abad had learned his lesson. And he described the victim as a nubile young woman.
Nubile!
And said she presented as worldly and mature. He's joined in bed by a nubile young woman. He's not made of steel. There's nothing unnatural about sex. The issue here, of course, is the complainant is not in a position at law to consent. Does that seem right?
No, it's not. The guy's a fucking retard.
Yeah.
Like, what's the bet if we saw a photo of this girl and talked to her? Like, hands down, she'd be 14.
He's just braces, pigtails, not a blemish, like just porcelain skin.
You know, like really two-dimensional. Like all she cares about is looking pretty and going clubbing.
Dude, not at 14, man. It's like, hang on. It says that prosecutors accepted he was under the impression the teen was 17 up until this point. Yeah.
Yeah, up until the police told him.
And then, hang on. Judge Ryan said the night Abad broke off the relationship then weakened. So in days gone by, she would have been described as a slip of a girl, but that's not how she was presented on the street. She presented as a very worldly young woman. He said the circumstances of the offending were very unusual, and that he had good prospects of rehabilitation with dealing with desires here. I'm absolutely satisfied that he has learnt his lesson.
How old was the security guard?
He was 32.
32.
So
even if she was
a guy my age going after someone that's 14.
Or 17, according to him.
But they say, like, he's learned his lesson, but he knew going into it that she was 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the issue as well is the fact that the judge has just gone, oh, you know, she looked like a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
So
and he couldn't resist.
He couldn't resist. He's not made of steel. Isn't that wrong?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
I don't know. Like, isn't that wrong? Like for a judge, like for a judge.
The judge is clearly a pedophile.
Yeah.
Mason.
A Mason
He's just-
pedophile.
He's just looking after brethren, like just sweeping them under the rug.
Yeah, I don't know how that guy didn't get something.
How is that? Doesn't that worry?
The fact that he knew and then he still continued to do it.
What was this? It was just a suspended sentence?
He was supposed to serve 10 years.
Up to 10 years.
Yeah, hang on. Up to 10 years. And... Oh, wait a second. Sorry, man. Up to 10 years, and he walked free. Yeah, he walked free.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, obviously jail's expensive, don't put him in jail. But community work, fine him. Like, he has to be punished for that, yeah?
Yeah, but
2 years good
the
probation
guy
bond.
just had sex with a minor.
Yeah.
Oh, he's learned his lesson.
Yeah, what I'm
How does
saying
he get
that
off? How the fuck does he get off?
at the very least,
Yeah.
like, so I don't think suspended sentences do anything.
Well,
Because how hard it is
he's on
it
good
to
behaviour
not
for
get
2 years.
convicted for a crime for 2 years?
He's on good behaviour for 2 years.
Yeah.
That's it. What's good behaviour? But do you know what, man? That's the start. That's the start. Like the dude that killed what's her name? Ma, the Irish girl.
Jill Ma.
Yeah. He was on how many suspended sentences and like previous.
No, he wasn't on suspended sentences.
No, he was actually like
he was on parole.
Yeah, like
So, yeah.
but like as in all the lead up, like even with like Peter Dubas
Oh, yeah,
as well,
no.
they killed Messina.
In the early offences,
Yeah, you got 100 sentences, like 100 suspended sentences, and like other prosecutions and shit. Like, as in, it's a fucking build
Yeah,
up.
so
That's the first
realise
Yeah,
that
the
people that are
first
doing
step,
this
yeah.
are fucked and they're going to continue to do it.
Yeah.
So
Unless you change their behaviour, and a 2 year suspended sentence isn't going to do that.
He hasn't got shit to worry about. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
whoops.
like a 32-year-old dating a 17-year-old is ethically dubious at best.
well,
like,
it's not 1961.
Yeah, I mean, it's technically legal, just like.
But 14?
I mean, technically legal isn't something you want to have it as an excuse.
No.
If 14 is straight up illegal.
14's just, that's, yeah.
Like, look, man, let's not question the guy's ethics and all that sort of shit around it, right? Like, it could be that as it may, she could have looked fucking 20, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
She was 14, it's illegal. Done. And the fact that her mum was the one that tipped the cops off that
Yeah.
he was there in the first place, yeah?
And the guy knew it.
Yeah. And he was full fucking aware, right? So that's that.
Yeah.
So then, dude, for 2 years now, he's on good behaviour, as in, don't do this again in 2 years, for at least 2 years. You're telling me he's not going to fucking do this shit again? Like, as in, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
what
well-
happens next time?
Of course he will.
What happens in 2 years if he gets picked up again for doing the same thing? What
Yeah.
happens then? Like, as in, does the, like,
The sentence is supposed to carry over, so
Yeah.
it's a suspended
but
sentence.
in 10 years' time or 5 years' time, when the guy, like, finally, like, rapes a minor,
yeah,
and they're like, oh, we don't know how this started, how he fell through the cracks. But he's the first crack, dickhead. Like,
Yeah.
you've got a dumb cunt judge saying...
Here's the warning signs.
yeah, the
Act on
judge
it.
is saying, oh, she presented as a nubile young woman. Yeah, worldly...
Nubile.
basically the judge.
Nubile.
Basically, the judge is saying that this 14-year-old girl wanted it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's straight up. Like,
Yeah.
he uses nubile and presented and, worldly.
Dude, I haven't seen the word nubile since, like,
Nah.
2001 porn
He's saying that
I haven't seen it since I was on
that
YouTube
this
last week.
14-year-old girl
Driving you-
wanted it, and this 32-year-old man was powerless to resist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
bullshit.
No
Come on.
shit.
It's called just don't do it.
Yeah. Like, fucking
Like,
leave
you
the
realise
room.
she's a kid, don't do it.
Yeah.
Fucking morons, man. I'm serious. Like,
How did that guy get off? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because the dumb cunt judge. These people in fucking power, man.
And don't forget, like, this guy's a security guard. Like, this 14-year-old girl is probably dating him to get into clubs and shit. Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't think
Because-
she's in love with him. I'm going to throw it out there. And even if she is, like, I always say, like, your brain keeps maturing until you're, like, mid-20s.
Yeah, she's not mature yet.
Yeah, so this 32-year-old is done. He's not really going to change that much. But this 14-year-old girl is very, like, immature.
Impressionable.
Yeah, impressionable, easily manipulated. And by the time she's an adult, she's going to be, like, a level above this guy.
You know what, man?
Like-
it shits me because there was a case about some teacher. I was reading it the other day. I don't know if I saved it or not. It was some case about a teacher, I can't remember if it was here in the States, she had coerced, like, you know, some kid into, like, you know, having sex, and I think she might have banged him and maybe another guy or something, like, whatever. And he's suing her for, you know, damages or whatever it is. Yeah, this has fucked my life, blah, 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 whatever. Do you remember, like, the Gavin Hopper case? Yeah. He was a tennis coach, and he coached, like, a few celebrity kids. I wrote an article about, like, 10 years ago, man. It was up at the same time as another case. I can't remember the woman's name, but she had apparently, like, banged on with a kid that she was teaching as well. Like, she was a PE teacher or something, and he bet her that, you know, if he sunk another basket, he got to kiss her, and he did. And then eventually, like, you know, they fucked a couple of times, whatever it was, yeah?
If I sink this basket, I sink your basket deal.
I'm telling you, right? It was literally, they were both up within months of each other, like, not even. And I wish I had my old laptop, man. I would have had all the old articles. But then, like, she got, like, a suspended sentence, yeah? Like, nothing.
Yeah.
I don't think she even served prison. Gavin Hopper's still in jail, I'm pretty sure, right now. He went, like, they took him down, like, that was it. Like, they fucking dug deep, long and hard to get this cunt. And then, I remember at the trial, man, when they put him away, I remember some of the people in the crowd were like, oh, I'm glad all the girls are safe again now, it's not going to be happening. It's like, dude, the guy did it, like, back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like, 25 years ago. And, okay, you've fucked him up for it, cool, go to jail, good luck. But the woman that did it to the kid, they said, the kid came out and said, oh, look, my life hasn't dramatically changed. I'm not that affected.
I had a good time.
Yeah, if you saw him, man, he was wearing those fucking sunnies. He probably looked like the kid at the magistrates that you were was flipping his hat.
Yeah.
It looked like one of those dudes. Yeah, but those fucking... just the contrast...
It's a bias.
Yeah, just the big bias, man.
Yeah.
And then you got this fucking judge saying, oh, yeah, Nubile woman's presenting herself as blah, blah, blah. She's 14.
Yeah, 14.
The man couldn't resist, it's alright.
He's fine. Like, is that fucking disturbing or is it not disturbing?
That's disturbing as.
Yeah. Because you can resist. Like, I'm just going to throw that out.
Dim here. At this point, we experienced some technical difficulties and recording lapsed for a bit, and I had begun explaining about my last few days down the rabbit hole looking into missing persons, and I brought up Lars Matek, a German traveller who disappeared while in Bulgaria.
185 time.
Oh, no!
Oh, that's fucked up! Lars Matek, you fuck! Are you serious? Yeah, fuck. That stopped for some reason. No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, Lars Matek, man. He, I'll recap. Basically, yeah, just this guy that gone missing. All right, so he's at the hostel, and then they show the footage of him arriving at the airport. He's got his bags fucking loaded, ready to go.
Yeah.
He's walked into the airport, and then the next bit of footage is just him running out of the airport, no bags, no nothing, and he's disappeared. Like, that's it, out of thin air.
When did this happen?
2014.
2014.
He disappeared in Bulgaria in 2014.
Yeah. And that really spooked me, man, because I started thinking about, it's a whole fucking airport, right? And the only footage they show or released was of him walking into the airport and then him running out.
Yeah.
With no bags. Like, okay, what about the rest of
In 2014, in an airport, cameras are everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the only footage of that. Like, what happened with his fucking bags? Did he see anyone? Did he talk to anyone? Like,
Did he check them?
Yeah, as in...
Did the guy just, like, I don't know, forget his keys or something?
Like, dude, like, you'd think there'd be more shit to the picture. And then that was it, man. It was never seen again. And I started getting stuck on, like, just missing people. Like, I was, man, fucking hours. Like, you have no idea, man. Just the windows and the windows and the windows were opening up. And I read another one about, I think they were called the Jamesons. It was a family somewhere in the States. Yeah. And there was a mother, a wife and a daughter, a husband, wife and a daughter. And they, a couple of hours before, like, basically the CCTV footage from their house, from the front of their house, just shows them loading their pickup truck with, like, all their possessions, like they were moving. Mm-hmm. And they're, like, in a trance-like state. So for, like, say they do 20 runs between the house and the car, no one says anything to anyone. Like, no one said anything. Like, no one spoke a word to each other.
Oh, dude, that's creepy.
Going back and forth. And then eventually they found their bodies. They found 3 bodies out in the mountains, like, you know, up to, like, fucking miles away, like a year or two later. And they were both all faced down in the dirt.
Oh,
too badly decomposed to actually tell how they died.
I just got cold shivers over my body.
And they like, there was all these theories, like one that, like, you know, the woman killed them all, then killed herself, and another one they were murdered for some shit. Like, I can't remember what it was, but the fact that they were in that trance-like state, going back and forth between the cars, like, man, all those fucking footage, all those videos. There was another one, like a dude who was, I didn't get, this guy checked into a hotel, I think they came across as German, checked into a hotel every day. He had like the security footage would show him walking out of the hotel in the morning with like a purple bag filled with shit, and he'd just disappear for the day, then come back and the bag would be empty. And he just kept doing this over a period of time, and eventually like never came back. And then they checked out, like all his possessions were basically in the hotel room, but everything was gone. It was like it was loading everything out to get rid of it, and then just died. Like he killed himself. I can't remember how. Like they said the cause of death was like suicide, and then they did an autopsy on him and said that he had prostate cancer or something.
Yeah.
And they said without medical treatment, he would have been fucked. Like, he would have been so much pain. And basically they figured out that they think, what they hypothesise is that he wanted to kill himself, get rid of all his possessions without being a burden to anyone. Or some shit like that.
Okay.
But it just kept going deeper and deeper. And it's fucking creepy because a lot of these missing cases... Like, do you read much about missing cases, like either of yous?
I always, like, sort of take notice when I hear about one, because there's so many.
People, like... They just drop off the face of the earth,
just
man.
totally disappear.
Yeah. And what gets me is, like, in 2016, man, we've got cameras, like, everywhere. Like, it's rare, like, man, you'll be out on the street and you'll see CCTV, like, footage, like, you know, camera somewhere up in the sky.
Yeah.
Like, everything's being monitored. Like, I wrote it down. Hang on.
I mean, even ATM cameras, they're on all the time.
Are they?
Yeah, because that was how they found Jill Ma, the guy who murdered Jill Ma. Because she walked past the ATM.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know they were on all the time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, yeah, why not?
I've just got a stat here. It is estimated that 35,000 people are reported missing each year in Australia.
Just in Australia?
This equates to one person every 15 minutes. This is a rate of 1.7 people per 1,000 Australians.
How many of them stay missing?
See, like, I was just thinking about it, like, in 2016, like, because the other case that I've read heaps about was this guy called D.B. Cooper. He was known as D.B. Cooper. It was basically a guy that, it's the one...
Yeah, that sounds familiar, D.B.
One
Cooper.
aviation hijacking that's ever gone to plan and it's gone unsolved. Basically, a dude, like, on a flight, like, back in the 70s or whatever, he was flying from somewhere to somewhere, and at some point in the flight, he's given, like, the air hostess, like, a piece of paper, and she's just, like, put it in her purse or whatever, like, ignored it, right? And later on, like, she said that she just figured it was just some guy's number, you know? And he said to her, you know, you better read that. So she's read it, and it said something like, I have a bomb, like, you know, there's a couple of demands I want to make, blah, 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 blah. So she sat down next to him, asked to see the bomb. He's opened up his briefcase, and he's just got, like, these little cylinders there with, like, you know, like standard bomb, whatever a bomb would look like in, you know, 70s.
Some purple liquid in each canister.
Dude, makes some requests, gets to the cockpit, makes some requests. He's asked for, like, 4 parachutes, you know, a truck, fuel, passports, like, whatever, at the next airport. In return for that, everyone will be let go. So, that, you know, they come on the air and just say, oh, technical difficulties, we're going to be making a stop at such and such airport first.
Yep.
Everyone gets evacuated. So all that's left is the pilot, co-pilot, I think one other steward, like, I'm not sure, something like that, and him. And he's asked for, you know, the doorway, like, to be left open, and he wants the plane's feet and shit, the landing gear, to be left retracted. They've taken off, and then everyone's in the cockpit, he's by himself in the back, and at some point he's, like, strapped the money, like, that he's asked for, strapped the money to himself or whatever, and he's just jumped out of the plane. And they keep theorising, like, who it was. The name of it was D.B. Cooper.
I'm just reading now. He's never been identified or captured.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, it's
1971.
massive. Like, massive. There was one guy that claimed to be him, and on his deathbed he told his wife, I'm D. Cooper, and then the wife didn't realise what that was, and then she mentioned it to a friend later on, and then the friend suggested, like, you know, dude, that was a massive case, go check it out. So when she went to the library, borrowed a book about the case, and in the book itself there was, like, notations in the in the borders and stuff of the book in her husband's handwriting, so he'd been looking at the book and making notes and stuff.
Yep.
But, like, they make 100... Look, there's 100 people that came out and said, oh, yeah, it was me. Yeah, it wasn't me. Blah, 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 blah.
So he jumped out of the plane with a jacket?
He jumped out of the plane, like, basically, he'd asked for, like, he asked for 4 parachutes, he'd torn one up. They assumed that he used the torn one to tape the money to his body. Eventually, at some point, like 10 years later or something, they found some of the money that they used for the ransom, whatever. They found it unearthed at some seabed not too far. Like, it would have been under the flight pattern of the plane.
Yeah.
But all the money that they'd given him was marked, you know, all the serial numbers, and none of them have ever turned up. Like, period.
We just fell into the ocean, got eaten by a shark.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
Yeah, but apparently, like, they look at it 100 ways. Apparently, based on how he jumped, based on what he asked for the feet to be retracted, he jumped on a specific plane with certain type of wings. He basically had all the coordinates right for a perfect jump. Like, there was no way.
Yeah.
It looked like he knew what he was doing, but then, like, yeah.
Was it a commercial jet?
I think so.
It was a 727 aircraft, a Boeing 727 aircraft.
Yeah, because
Between Portland, Oregon and Seattle, Washington.
it's probably going a couple 100 k's an hour.
Yeah, it was.
Like, it wouldn't be a comfortable jump.
No. They said that.
I mean, he might be able to do it.
Initial report,
but he would have to be
dude, the FBI, whoever initially said no one would have ever survived that jump. That they said it outright. No one would have survived that jump.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if commercial height as well, he would have. He wouldn't have had enough oxygen.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, he would have passed
Yeah,
out.
could have been 100 factors, man. Like, you'd have to read it again, like read it in depth.
I was watching a video. Have you guys heard of Smarter Every Day?
Smarter every day.
Yeah, it's a YouTube channel. It's pretty good. It was a guy wanted to talk about, you know, when you're in an aeroplane, and they say when the oxygen masks drop,
Yeah.
do your own before you do your children's.
Yeah, because then, like, you lose consciousness, you're no use to anyone.
Yeah.
So he went to, I think it was a NASA research lab where a giant pressurized chamber, and they sucked the air out.
With the ethylene gas?
No, just made it so you were flying almost as high as a commercial airliner.
Yeah.
And they went him through the stages. He got to a certain altitude and he took off his oxygen mask, and they made him do like tasks, putting coloured shapes through holes.
Huh.
And you could see that he would deteriorate almost immediately. He couldn't fit the colours in, didn't know what the names were.
What, just from... Lack of,
yeah. And this wasn't even as high as a commercial airliner, so he had a lot more time. But then the guy's talking to him on the radio, and he's like, okay, put your mask back on. He's like, just giggling at his hands. And then the guy's
high
like,
off his head.
Giggling at all the colours.
no, seriously, you're going to do yourself brain damage, put your mask back on. And you can see the guy starting to panic. Luckily, there was someone else in the room that was like standing there ready to stick the mask back on him. And this guy's like getting told he's going to die any second, and he's just sitting there giggling at his hands.
No shit.
And
it's that bad?
Yeah, and they reckon, because he was at a significantly lower altitude, they reckon at a commercial airliner flying at 25,000 feet or whatever it is, that you have a few seconds.
Seconds.
Like 5 or 6.
What do we even have those masks for, man? Like, just dressing, you know? It's messed up. Like, when you think about the shit that, like...
And a guy's supposed to jump out of a commercial airliner and be conscious enough to pull the chute.
I don't know. But, like, nobody's ever been found, like, none of that sort of shit. And I just started thinking about, in 2016, can you just go off the grid? Like, for any reason.
I mean, well, there's been a few cases recently. Was it in Mexico or somewhere in South America where 2 Australians went missing, and they were missing for like 2 days before they were found dead? They were murdered by someone.
Look, 2 days.
But
2 days and to turn up dead. Yeah, fair enough. I get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fair enough.
This is in Mexico.
You were talking about disappearing off the grid, right?
I'm talking about
on your own accord.
If the 3 of us just said, fuck this, we're done.
So if we can find 2 dead guys in Mexico in 2 days... Like,
I've thought about that actually. Like, if I just got a flight to Thailand, and then just started living life, like how,
Look, it's not hard. It wouldn't be hard to go remote, as in, you know, just head for the hills, make sure you have cans of tuna and shit,
baked beans,
Wi-Fi.
I mean, you would have to take
bars.
You'd have to take cash.
Space bars. Do you remember the space bars?
Yes.
You might not, because you're a bit younger than us. Do you remember the ads?
Yes.
I always wanted them as a kid, and my
me
mum
too.
never bought them for me,
too.
man. Did you ever get them?
No, I never got them.
Do they still sell them?
I don't know.
Dude,
But
we're
it
going
was
to
cool.
Safeway. We're going to Coles. We're going to find it. I used to see the ads, man.
Space bars.
Space bars.
That's all you need to survive, bro.
Space bars. I'm like, Mom, what's space bars? You're buying that shit. I found them once in a Safeway and I wasn't allowed to buy them.
It's all I need to survive, Mum. Space bars.
Yeah, dude, that's fucked. Sorry, I cut you off, man.
I can't remember my chain of thought.
Sorry, man.
You talked about space and I got distracted.
I was just saying how, like, I think if you go off the grid, like one man to go off the grid and disappear into the jungle,
I could do it.
how do you reckon? Like, where could you possibly go, starting in Melbourne? Where could you fucking go before they lose the tail?
Big country.
Are you talking about staying in Australia?
Let's start with staying in Australia.
Staying in Australia, okay.
Like, you'd need a lot of people knowing what you... Because, like, think about it. If you get on a plane, they're going to see where you're going. Someone is going to, like, you know... You can't just slip through the cracks anymore with
Maybe-
fake ID.
Maybe, like, drive to the centre of Australia and just live with the Aboriginals or something.
Someone would see you.
Because
Yeah, because
I
you
don't think
blend
there are
in.
any tribes left, Johnny.
Just a bit of boot polish on the face. I'll be alright.
Now we're hitting some blackface sort of whole racist thing. He doesn't mean to be racist.
No, I'm not racist. I'm just
That's how
saying
you
just to
would do
blend
it.
in.
Just
Bit
an
of boot
idiot.
polish.
Just an idiot.
Just an idiot.
Just get a tan.
He's not racist, just an idiot.
No, I've thought about this.
Johnny, it's like the last record they have of Johnny is like 5 trips to a tanning salon.
Except they're banned now and you can't go to the tanning salons anymore.
That's another issue now, man.
Dude, how weird was that? Like, so cigarettes cause cancer. We'll just raise the prices. Tanning salons just fucking got banned overnight. Like, I remember reading about it.
Well,
Like,
how many politicians do you see at tanning solariums, man?
but, like, why aren't cigarettes the same thing? Like,
Because they figure they could just use the excessive makeup.
Make money out of cigarettes.
Yeah, money
and,
makes...
And how many people smoke cigarettes?
lots.
Could you imagine the uproar?
Like, yeah, imagine if they... How many votes is that politician going to get if they just ban cigarettes outright?
Dude, think about all the shit that causes cancer that we should be banning. Like, outright. Yeah. Starting with cigarettes. Yeah, like, you want to smoke, but it causes cancer.
But, like, with those tanning salons, like, there's all this information, like, where they're actually really beneficial.
Nah.
Like, after a work... No. After a workout, like, using the tanning salon, it actually promotes growth of the muscles and everything. Like,
you
vitamin D. No, I'm being serious. I listened to a
Yeah.
fucking...
I was going to say,
vitamin
personal
D in
trainer.
vid-
I listened to a personal trainer talk about this.
you're just promoting your next, your stereo or, like, your next future music session.
Nah.
It's like, look, I go to the gym, bro, and then I hit the solarium, man. I look ripped and I'm fucking glistening.
Yeah, I
too, bro.
actually love going
That's
to the
what you're
solarium,
doing.
so I'm just trying to make it alright.
That's what you're doing. Because you're already buff, you want to justify, like, getting tanned as well before you can go to the shirtless event. Yeah, that's why.
But seriously, dude, like, tanning salons have a full beneficial effect on your body.
I don't think
D.
they do.
Vitamin D.
I don't believe your
Well,
personal
When it's
trainer.
cloudy
It
out...
seems like we've got a split decision here. We'll hear from the left side first, Mr. Wright. It's just...
I listen to this personal trainer and he says that after a full-on workout, you go to the solariums and it has like an anabolic effect where it just helps promote growth and everything. From the
Okay,
tanning
one quick
salon.
question. Is this personal trainer, like, massive?
No, he's like in his 60s.
60s?
Yeah,
No.
he's still
Is he
super
tanned?
fit. He's tanned. But he's like super
I'm
fit.
picturing some silver
60s
fox.
wisdom.
Yeah, he's a silver fox. He's a silver fox. He is.
I've
G'day,
heard that
sweetheart.
before, and I also heard that it was mostly like it does because it's sunlight. Basically, it does
Vitamin
give
D.
you vitamin D.
Vitamin D helps promote bone and muscle growth.
But there,
You know what I'm picturing? I'm picturing all the old wogs out in, like, Dramana and Rye during the summer in their red Speedos, just tanned to the absolute shithouse leather and their big fucking guts hanging over their shorts.
but I mean, like-
I don't see any biceps on these dudes, man.
it's pros and cons. Yeah, I mean, Australia has the highest rates of skin cancer in the world. Do we really need tanning beds on top of that? I mean, if you lived in, like, I don't know, Alaska, maybe you'd have a point, but
Those damn Alaskans, man.
Yeah,
They're
I just get
fucking
some
it up
sun,
for
you know.
everyone.
I guess in winter you can't really get sun. When it's overcast all the time.
cold.
Because I got to say, like, when I go to the beach and I spend a day in the sunlight, swimming, getting tanned, I always feel so much better.
Yeah.
Like that night
Yeah,
when I've got that natural glow. I feel great.
Can you see him?
The skin is exfoliated from the
I can
salt.
just see him coming out of the shower like 2 hours later, just glistening, just scrubbed down, towel around the waist. Still wearing the
Just
towel
like-
around the waist.
Just
Abs
like
just bulging.
hairless chest.
Your missus is like, "What's wrong with you?" He's like, "Hi."
Hello, ladies.
Tonight's the night. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
No, I'm being serious.
Put some pants on.
When I spend a day at the beach, I feel so much better.
Yeah, but they could. Yeah.
Yeah, that's different. But
Yeah,
I'd love to be able to go to the solarium during the winter season. Now I can't.
you're
I can
transforming
still
into
buy
someone in
cigarettes.
front of me. Right, I don't even know you anymore, man. Look at the face.
Dude, I love tanning. I love tanning. I love
I
tanning.
begged you to come to the beach with me, man. You never come. You live near the beach.
That's because he doesn't have a
I went a bunch
solarium.
of times last summer and I asked you to come and you didn't fucking come,
I was
mate.
there, man. I
You
was
did
there
not
with-
come.
I was there with Lexi.
Yeah, I'll be there. No, you didn't come.
Yeah.
I
went.
love tanning, dude. I love tanning.
Do you know what I said?
Makes
to you?
me feel so much better.
Like, I can picture you on the beach wearing your fucking boardies down to your balls, just standing there like low slung shorts, abs, smoke,
Dude, I got the 8-pack.
and the
Yelling,
beanie.
yelling at his kid to stay out of the water. Hey, if you drown, I'm not coming to get you.
Just totally preoccupied with some conspiracy theory on the beach. No, but like, look, take it back to the.
But how can they just ban a solarium and not ban cigarettes?
Still cut up on it.
Because they ban everything all the time.
There's a lot of stuff that gets banned like that.
Okay,
man.
so if solariums are so bad and it causes just ban cigarettes.
No,
No,
but
but
they make money out of cigarettes.
the money they make on smokes is stupid. Dude, like, find.
But
get
they
the
would have made a
stat on
shitload.
it. How much money?
You can't tax solariums.
Okay, think
in the
about it
same
like
way.
this, yeah?
How many people
much,
go- yeah.
How much money does the government make on solariums? On a business owner who owns a solarium? I've had 2-3 mates.
1.7 million a year.
Dude,
Not
I've
as much
got-
as they make from
I've got 2 or 3
cigarettes.
mates that all own solariums, and give me an hour, and I can get those stats from the horse's mouth.
Do your
right?
mates have any tanning beds under lockdown that I could maybe visit?
Illicit tanning beds?
Illicit tanning beds,
Just
dude.
got like 5 incandescent lights set up.
Yeah, there was a bunch of people in like Gippsland that had tanning beds in their homes, and they got raided and like just totally fucked up because they were like doing underground tannings.
They're illegal.
But cigarettes should be illegal if that's illegal.
No, because if that's illegal, then cars should be illegal because they create carbon monoxide, which can cause cancer. Yeah?
Different.
Carbon. You get better
Because
out
like
of a car.
tanning and smoking, it's like
Okay, well then they should
They're
ban
vices.
sugar.
Yeah, it has
They're
one-
vices.
They're
Like-
vices.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
They have no real use outside of the act. Like,
apart from nourishing your bones and muscles with vitamin D.
I don't think anyone looked at tanning beds and solariums as like being a vitamin D benefit. Like everyone went there to look nice.
Yeah, but at the
Yeah.
same time, you're benefiting yourself with vitamin D.
yeah,
but
but
you
at
know
the same time, like, I don't necessarily want to pay for someone's medical expenses after they've spent every third day in a tanning salon and they've got like 8
Yeah.
skin cancers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think maybe the benefits from vitamin D are there, but it's not on par with the damage it could do to you.
All right, so cigarettes. So tanning salons have a benefit, but they also have a non-benefit.
Yeah.
Cigarettes, there is no benefit.
No, there isn't.
Tax dollars.
Tax dollars. That's the only benefit.
It's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
You smoke.
Man, guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Toss of the hand. That's as good as you can do.
I want to smoke and I'm going to use tanning salons.
Guaranteed
all right?
if
Leave
the
them all
government
alone.
could
Do 'em
make
both at
money
the
out of
same
tanning
time.
salons, they would.
Get the tan.
I love tanning salons. I was shattered the day they got banned.
You actually went?
Yeah.
How long have you been going for?
I didn't go all the time. It wasn't like a weekly.
Hang on, wait a second. Did you go, like, have you gone, like, say, before they... when did they ban him? Like, a year, 2 years ago?
About a year ago.
A year ago?
It was more than that, wasn't it?
About a year, I'd say.
How long
Okay.
before they shut down did you go to one?
I wouldn't go like, it wasn't like a weekly occurrence, but if I was feeling a bit down, a little bit vitamin D deficient, I would go to the tanning salon.
Did you get a haircut the same day?
Yeah. Just a makeover day.
Yeah.
Just a Johnny
Just a me
Panther day. Just a Johnny.
Me day.
The Johnny's going to look beautiful day.
So, one of my mates said to me, for Nick Sparks, we were trying to get to Sydney at one point, yeah? And I was speaking to someone in Sydney, and like, why don't you just, why don't you guys just go to get a, decent, like, go to a nice dinner and just go to, like, a health spa or something all day and, just drink wine, like, do all that sort of stuff, like, because we're not women. Like, what do you mean? Like, now picture him on, like, a heart-shaped throw, just eating chocolates.
Like someone's just filing his toenails.
It's the towel. It's just brown.
Pedicure, manicure, the full works. Did you ever go to a tanning salon, Dimmy?
Never.
You've never been to a tanning salon?
Have you guys ever
Have you ever been to a tanning
Never
salon?
been to one.
Beautiful experience. Unfortunately, you both will not get to experience it because they've been banned.
Have you guys ever had a professional shave?
Yes.
That's funny that you say that.
Yeah.
Because one of my bosses was asking me why I have a beard and I should go and get a cutthroat shave.
Yeah.
It's great.
They're great.
I've never had one.
Oh, they're the
But
best
when I
thing
decide
ever.
to get rid of this growth, I will go.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to get that growth?
Not long.
Really?
My beard grows at a phenomenal rate.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I trim this today, it'll be like a bush again in a few days.
All right. I took, one of my mates got married.
Because I'm a manly man.
Man.
I'm a man.
Talking about solariums.
With his VB.
Oh, manly men tan in solariums.
Just pamper days and fucking idiot. I took one of my mates I was on his bridal party last year, and I took him up to a barber up north, man. I found this guy randomly when I was on a bridal party for a guy before, like 6 months before that.
Hang on, are you talking about taking your mate to a cutthroat shave? Yep.
Yeah. And there was 4 or 5 of us. We all got shaves, and it's a fucking.
Is it good?
Oh, it's a wonderful experience. I took Nick for a shave as well the day of his wedding.
Yeah.
In Vietnam, that's the only way I shave, just every couple of days.
Would you pay him like $3?
Yeah.
I'm always scared that I'm going to sit down in the chair though and the guy's going to slit my throat.
It's just they're going to pick him.
Like, I'm just going to get that one psycho that's just like, fuck you, white boys.
It's just, why not? Because he's in the chair, like, yeah, we've got nothing with business to run. Fuck that. Let's kill this guy.
Definitely get one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, when I decide to get rid of this, I'll get one because it'll take all the irritation and shit out of it.
Yeah.
Doing myself.
Yeah, man, if you've got a beard you haven't gone back to clean shave at all since you grew up?
Since November last year.
Yeah, dude. You need to trim it down before you shave. Like,
I trimmed it today before I came
No,
here.
I'm talking like
Just for you, Dimmy.
clean it all the way off.
I was hoping I'd get a comment about how trim and nice my beard looked, but I didn't get one.
I can't get past your twinkling eyes, man.
Okay. That's all right. That's acceptable.
Why? I'm getting nervous. I'm getting uncomfortable, man. For fuck's sakes.
My beard is nice though when it's full, right?
Yeah, no, it's full solid, man.
Do I look alright with it?
It's more solid than mine.
Do I look sexy with it?
Can you what is going on in your house?
My missus says I look sexy with it.
My missus wants me to grow a mustache.
Actual mustache? Really?
Actual mustache.
She asked for it?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
I hate mustaches, man.
Yeah. And I couldn't grow one even if my life depended on it.
Just bring in an extra mustache.
Fake one. Do you shave, Arth?
Yeah. I have to, but I have like my mustache hasn't reached my chin yet, so I've got like a big bald spot between there, and it's mostly on my neck. So
if you just grew your mustache out, would it be a decent mustache?
no, it would be the most hideous thing. It looked like I spilled some food on there or something.
Just crumbs. You got something growing on your lip. That's my mustache.
How weird is that some people grow mustaches and some don't?
Like, dude, my old man had like the fucking thickest mode ever. Ever. Like, there was this one trademark thing, man. I can't get it anywhere near like there, man. Like, it's
Yeah.
fun. But then again,
Like, what did you have? The waxed ends? That
no wax stands. Just this full wog mustache, man. Like a full like a Lee Matthews mustache.
Yeah.
Man. It's just
like chopper style.
Just like 1985. Just fucking.
I've actually been thinking about so I'll grow mine out again. I've got a really long mustache. I'm thinking about shaving the rest and having just a mustache. Do you think that would suit me?
That's really seedy. In 2016, we've got November coming up.
Just a thick mustache.
November's coming up in August, September, October. Yeah, 3 months.
Yeah, I might go the full mustache.
But how long does it take for your mo to grow out, though?
Not long.
Really?
Dude, my hair on my face and my head just grows at an exponential.
So do November.
All right, I'm going to
We'll do
it.
a That's Not Right November thing. You can be it.
And on Instagram, I'm just going to have a whole bunch of pictures with me with just the mo.
Yeah.
Just different angles, like.
Dude, that is the
side
creepiest
profile.
month of the year, man. All these out-of-work porn stars just walking through the town. You know what I mean?
All right, lock it in now. November, Johnny Boy's going to have the most delicious, succulent
All right, we'll see.
you've ever seen.
We'll get some
Raise some money
we'll
for
pick a prostate cancer charity to
Done.
Yeah, sounds like a
Easy.
plan. The Duke Leverage prostate cancer run, man.
Yeah.
That'd be
Chicks are just
insane.
going to be melting over my mustache.
Dude, it looks feral like Moe's, man. Like, if they're not done right, they look fucked. Like,
Yeah.
I might get a bit of wax for mine. Twist the ends a little bit.
Dude, my mate,
could work.
my mate Alex, who was in like
Could give you a little bit of class, Johnny.
Yeah.
Go with your beanie and hoodie.
Because
Maybe I
he's
get one
dressed
of
like
those-
a vagrant,
Maybe I
but
can
it's
get-
got this waxed moustache.
Spectacular.
Maybe to go with the wax mustache, I'll get a pocket watch.
You haven't got money.
Oh, yeah. Shit.
It's alright. I've got one.
Arthur has one.
Oh my!
From the Freemason.
What do you mean, your local grocer?
Okay, I got a mouthful of nougat.
Yeah,
Delicious vanilla almond nougat.
dude. Have you ever had this shit?
Are you guys still recording?
Yeah.
I'm back.
Have you ever had this?
Okay, so nougat.
Yeah.
I remember my late grandfather loved nougat.
I was just going to attribute it to like classic Australia. Like,
Can I have a little piece?
Yeah, go for
I was just going to ask, is this? Because I did ask, is this in like Snickers bars?
Nougat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. But it doesn't look anything like this. Like, it doesn't taste like this either.
I think it's a super sugared
Yeah.
nougat.
Well, hold on. They call the stuff in Snickers bars nougat.
Then what is it?
Oh, who knows?
Can't take their word for it. Who knows?
Boy, nougat's delicious.
Yeah, it is. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying, like, because that looks nothing like what you'd find in a Snickers bar or like what else has got nougat in it? Like what else? Like the other bars. There are other bars.
Yeah.
Mars doesn't, does it? It's Mars or chocolate. I got no idea.
I don't know. It's got
Mars-
weird grey
Mars
stuff in the
is,
middle.
no, Mars bar is nougat, chocolate, and caramel.
Yeah, and Snickers is nougat,
Nougat, nuts, caramel, chocolate.
So it's got the nuts. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Because that like,
Nougat's delicious. It reminds me of a movie cinema.
what do you mean? Like
I don't know why. The flavour of it just tastes like a movie cinema.
I'm getting really concerned about all these movie cinemas. Like, you had the feet warmers at the Astor that no one ever knew about. Just the old man rubbing your feet. Now you got nougat at cinemas. You know what reminds me of cinemas, man? Cheap $2 popcorn.
Yeah.
There used to be a vendor at Chatty. This old dude, he was like, "How's your day going, mate?" Like, that's how he used to talk. I swear. That's probably where I based the fucking voice from, man. This old dude, his store was right next to those...
Wait. We're talking about Chasden Shopping Centre?
Yeah.
Okay, I know Chasden Shopping Centre really well. Tell me.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you know, how long ago do you know it from, though? Yeah. Like,
It's like high school.
yeah, we're going back. We're going back like at least 10 years.
Yeah. That's when I know it the best.
Do you remember, like, you know where the downstairs?
So you got the Pancake Parlour, movie cinemas?
Yeah. Okay,
Yes.
so you remember that?
Yeah, dude. We used to always go there.
Do you remember where Video Game 7 used to be? Where
Yes.
Vodafone is now?
Yes.
Yeah. Opposite that, there used to be a little, you know, those clowns with the fucking balls that roll through them.
Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had one of them. They had like some other random carnival like bullshit.
The trick with those clowns is to put the ball in when it's the other end. So by the time the ball comes down, it reaches the other end, and then you win.
What?
With the clowns, where you put the ball in the mouth,
Yeah, what do you mean the other end?
the trick is to put it in when it's like
That's
down the
far
other
away.
end from the good stuff.
Oh, okay. All right.
Had it timed out.
Okay, you know what? We need to see. I'm going to test this theory. We're going to go find those fucking clowns somewhere in Melbourne. One of those ticket things, and we're just going to see you just clean up like everything. Just, can you imagine Johnny fucking over like some time zone, like ruining it for the kids? He just walks in with a shopping trolley, and just starts collecting teddy bears off the shelf.
Dude, you've got me, man. I walk up. You know those where you roll the balls?
Yeah.
And you got to roll it into the hole?
Yeah.
I actually walk up the lane and just push them into the 100.
You're one of those deadbeat dads that
Yeah.
totally fucks over everyone else.
Yep. I'm one of those.
You guys, know the claw game? Where you
Oh, you scumbag!
The claw game, I am the best at the claw game.
Do you know that
FYI.
sometimes, like, when you grab onto it and it just kind of lets it go?
Yeah.
You know they're actually programmed to let it go?
Yeah.
Came out a few
Of
months
course
back.
I know that, but I know how to beat it.
Yeah. But how dodgy is that? They say it's a game of skill,
Yeah.
but then when you actually grab it lets go of it deliberately, so you can't win.
You really have to scout out the toy that you're going to choose. Yeah,
no, that claw, man, you pretty much have to pick up the toy perfectly.
Yeah.
There's no way around it.
Every time I've been with Indy, I've won a toy.
Have you?
I'm actually really good at that toy, at the claw game.
Yeah, but I can't believe you're one of those deadbeat dads that like cheats at the ticket thing.
Why not?
Because it's scummy, man. Like you're sitting about. You know what? That reminds me.
Just teach my girl how to get the good shit.
Hang on a second, man.
That's how the world works, Jimmy.
Oh, dude, for sure.
It's all right. It's fine as long as he says he's entitled to it.
Dude, Al Bundy.
It's like you're ripping off the taxpayer. It's like, no, I'm not. I'm entitled to this.
Al Bundy had the best quote ever. And it's only cheating if you get caught. Right? It's when he fucked over like some senior citizens in like a triathlon thing. Everyone around him is like 80 years old and he's got the podium. Dude, do you know what that brings up, man? Do you know the place Lentils for Anything in St Kilda? You might know it, Arthur.
Lentils for anything.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
It's one of those vegan, like raw, organic restaurants, right? But what they do is they charge whatever you want, basically. You give whatever you can.
I've heard about these places.
Yeah.
There's like a soup kitchen in the city that does the same thing.
It's like a soup kitchen, essentially, yeah? You just pay whatever you can pay. Like,
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a good idea. They're about to shut ones in administration in Sydney. I don't know about the one in Melbourne. Because people are just abusing the system. I was talking to a mate the other day,
Typical.
and they were telling me about her arty indie fucking mates that all just eat it like Lentils for Anything, whatever, and just don't give shit. Like they give like peanuts.
And that's how they survive.
Yeah.
Cunts.
They don't want to get
really,
jobs because they're artists. Yeah, but like they all like they don't have cars because they.
They're the kind of guys with waxed moustaches.
Yeah, they are. They spend a fortune at the fucking barber.
Yeah.
They all have iPhones, but they're all on Centrelink because they
fuck
don't want the integrity of the system and getting a job is bullshit. And like, man, Melbourne scene, like the Melbourne art and like, yeah, that sort of industry, man. Because I mean, I've been part of it for fucking years. I was like a sellout because I got a job and got a car, you know, because I needed a fucking car to get to work. Dude, every time, I swear to God, every time I would do like a media gig somewhere, so fucking often, you'd hear, "Oh, can you pick me up, man, on the way?" Like, dude, you're the grip for the fucking shoot. You're the dancer for the shoot. Yeah. Where's your car? Oh, I don't have a car. Me or my 6 housemates living in a loft in, you know, Collingwood or some shit.
Yeah.
No one's got a car. Oh, we don't need it. But you need it now. You know, like,
Actually, you do need it,
I'm not
man.
the only one that's probably said to you, you need a fucking car.
Costs $40 to rent a car for a day.
No, that's beyond, dude. That's
Just
beyond.
can't.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, all these fucking scumbags are reading at Lentils for Anything and all these other places. And the other example I was thinking of was this dude, fuck, man. You remember I talked about it, I don't think Arthur was on a session with you, Nick was still here. I was talking about a guy that I used to work with who was like a really hard cunt. He'd been in for like armed robbery, assault and all that sort of shit. He was like a manager, supervisor, like at one of my old work.
Oh, yeah, I totally remember. Yeah.
Yeah. There was a guy that used to come in. He was working with us when I first started working for this company, yeah? And he was just cleaning like flooring, cleaning like whatever, yeah? With a big gurney. He would have been earning, on a week's pay, about $650, $700 a week, right? $590, $650 on like 35-hour week or something, yeah?
Average, yeah.
Yeah, average income, like nothing special. Every day, the cunt would come in with these Tupperware containers of like rice. Like just rice dishes, like stir-fry rice dishes, right? And they would fucking stink up the place. He'd like warm them up in the microwave. I don't know what he was doing to them, man, or whether they were refrigerated or whatever. But it was just, they'd fucking stink the joint up and just eat like a cow. Like he just really loud eater and just two our heads in, like fucking he's coming to choke him.
No closing his mouth when he's chewing.
Man, it was disgusting. It was bad, right? Yeah. It was fucked up. Right? And that supervisor, man, like he lost his shit one day. Not just at him eating, but this is what he said to me. He goes, man, that fucking cunt, because he's in here eating the shit that's meant to be for other people that really need it. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, man, why do you think he brings in the same meal every day? I go, what do you mean? He goes, he's going down to the Hare Krishnas in the city at the soup kitchen where they give out the free or cheap meals, like at the end of the day or whatever. And he's just loading up on fucking buckets. He goes, mate, that guy's got a job. He's got a place to live and he's got a job. He's earning at least $650 a week from here. Like, don't take fucking free
Money
rice
from the poor.
every fucking night of the week. Like, I don't know how bereaved you are. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how down you are in your luck. But fuck, man. Like, if you're earning a paycheck, and he was there for months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can afford your own meal.
Surely, man, not take fucking food from like
No.
people that actually need
The thing
it.
is, like, he's spending more of his time to go there and rip off the Hare Krishnas.
Yeah.
Like, how much does a cheap rice meal cost? Like, per meal? Just go to the store, get yourself some rice, some frozen veggies.
Not hard.
Yeah, and some curry. Like,
Yeah, no,
cost you
make the shit yourself.
$2 a meal. Like,
I don't know. That's why you're still a deadbeat for fucking cheating at the ticket machine, man.
Nah, that's different.
This is different, man.
So different.
How?
Just in so many ways.
How?
Just is.
That's fucked, man. I was used to hammer the basketball game. That was like the basketball game. And do you remember the one where you bashed the
Whack-a-mole.
Yeah, the moles, the hamsters.
Whack-a-mole.
Yeah, that was brutal. You just sit there, that's fucking pure instinct. Bang, bang.
You know what game I hate? So you've got like, they have like a machine. You have like, you can win either like a free iPhone, an iPod, whatever. And it's like a series of LED lights running across left to
Yeah.
right, and you have to stop the LED lights.
build a tower.
Build the
Yeah.
tower in the center.
Yeah.
That shit is so fucking rigged, dude.
It's not rigged. Do you know what it is? It's just a very, very smart system.
Because I mean, my timing is dead on, and I hit that shit dead on, and it
The game disagrees.
the little red block, little red block moves to the right after I hit the button. And
doesn't.
It's just fucking annoying.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It does.
You know what it is? It's because you're setting your rhythm, right? For all those steps up. Like, it's basically the same speed. Like, you set your rhythm up.
Mm-hmm.
After you hit that certain point where you're like 2 away from the top or 1 away from the top,
Which I always get to, yes.
they totally warp the speed of the actual thing where it's erratic. It's not just...
Yeah, but I personally calibrate to that speed,
You know,
and it's...
You are the universal soldier, man. Just reprogramming your instincts.
Dude, my
Don't even talk shit.
dude. My reflexes and skills are on fucking point, and those machines are rigged.
You're full of shit.
Because I've never won one of those machines.
You know what, man?
And my timing is...
I'm telling you right now, you got tomorrow off.
Yeah.
Let's go to like time zone or let's like intensity in Southland or something like one of those. I'll pump $50 into that machine and just see if you can get it back. I reckon you wouldn't be able to do it.
You'll be blown away by my impeccable timing. And you will see how the machine is rigged.
That's bullshit. It's not rigged.
you know, there's a delay between how long your brain can process what you see.
Yeah, no, I don't have that.
They reckon there's 2 ways to process it. Is one's really quick, where your brain doesn't really know what's going on, you just react. So, like, if someone goes to punch you, you flinch.
Yeah, so someone calls you a dickhead, you just
But for you
punch
to
him in the throat.
for you to actually see it, it takes about 300 milliseconds. Yeah,
For me, it's about
it's about
100.
0.3 seconds. It takes you before you can even process what you've seen, and that's even before.
That's for the average Joe Blow, but
That's
me.
that's even before
Me.
the signal gets from your brain to your arm, which takes even more time.
You're talking about the average guy.
You're forgetting you're dealing with like
Johnny,
a bionic superhuman, man.
A cyborg.
reflexes so fast they
like a
border on
cat.
precognition.
I'm like a cat.
Yeah, but that's why Bruce Lee and Muhammad Ali just seem so fucking fast because they were quicker than anything.
Like me.
Segway.
Yeah.
Segway.
Segway.
Segway. So
Archer segueing.
I did a thing on cats and dogs. Cats versus dogs. So this will be fun.
Dogs.
You guys will love this, but
Dogs,
it takes a little bit
dogs,
to get
dogs.
there. Yeah, dogs. Dim.
What's better between cats and
Yeah.
dogs?
Dogs, Dim. Don't even look at me like you're pretending to like think about it. It's dogs.
I haven't managed to say what I want to say.
Nah, doesn't matter. It's dogs.
I'm going to quote an English guy I used to work with. He's talking about his missus' pet cat. Mm-hmm. Cats are cunts.
Bad.
Oh, actually.
They're cunts. They don't give a fuck.
Nah.
They don't care.
Nah.
We're all just in their way from achieving
So-
greatness.
Cats are the most snobbiest cunts ever.
So a little bit of history. Everyone knows where domesticated dogs came from. They used
Wolves.
and they used to just hang around, and then eventually, and the friendliest ones were trained into dogs. So there's a reason dogs are around.
Dingoes are the most pure form of dog, man.
Yeah,
Dingoes. Like, they're one of the first actual forms of dog.
So-
first domesticated dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. But domestic cats just sort of turned up one day, and no one really knows how it happened.
The aliens just dropped them and said, here, cunts,
Yeah.
deal with this.
Have
fun.
And they,
Dude, ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
In ancient Egypt, they were revered.
Yeah.
The aliens, when they were done
literally
building the shit, they just said, He's for our
have
troubles.
some cats.
Have this little snobby cunt deal with that.
So, and they can do brain scans on dogs, yeah? So dogs literally love you. When humans interact with their dogs, their brains release oxytocin. Like, a dog's brain will release more oxytocin than a human seeing their child. So that's how much they love you.
Really?
Wow, dogs are just fully in love with
Firing
us.
up every time they see you, man.
This even happens when they just smell you.
Tickle me!
So even if they just smell you, they still like get super excited. Cats, on the other hand, are complete arseholes. So you know when you call your cat or you call the cat and it doesn't do anything, like it doesn't even hear you. Yeah, so
I do.
so cats can actually understand your voice and they recognise their own name. They just choose to ignore you.
Fact.
So they measure their brain and they're like, oh yeah, they understand, but nah, nothing.
Nah, I don't care.
Cats are cunts.
Okay.
He's fed me. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yet many people still have pet cats and even prefer them over dogs.
Idiots. Losers.
Yeah. Maybe you love your cat, or maybe it has infected you with a brain parasite that alters your brain chemistry to make you like your cat.
Are you serious?
Also, it killed your baby.
You're joking.
I'm not even joking.
Okay. This is good. This is fucking good. Let's hear it.
So
all these delusional cat people have just
hang on. I'm going to put this out there right now before we keep going, just quickly, right? People, for some reason, you remember how, last time I said, women just fucking think I'm some sort of woman hater? Another
when you're clearly not, you're a woman lover.
Yeah, right.
To the max.
Again with the creepy fucking... Listen.
Just a woman romancer over here.
Shut up. All right. Another thing, another misconception... Another misconception that people have is that I hate animals. Outright. And a lot of the time...
You do.
No, I don't. Shut up.
I remember one time you met my dog and you were just like, And I was
trying to watch the footy, man.
Yeah,
it was jumping all over me.
You're an animal hater.
Hang on, I grew up around fucking animals, alright?
Yeah.
It's not that.
He didn't.
It's a lot of the times when these people decide to introduce me to their dog or their fucking cat, and it's like, I'm not even prepared for it, I got no idea. It's usually I'm dressed nice, I've just had a shower, and I'm just stopping
someone just
for 2
throws
seconds.
a cat at him from across the room.
Come past for 2 seconds to pick someone up, to go to dinner or something.
He's too good for my dog.
No.
Yep.
And it's just
It's all quick and clear now.
Here's my dog Benji. I'm like, what? This fucking mutt climbs all over me. I'm like, relax, man. Can we just go?
I remember my dog Spunky. I was really shattered. You just did not pay him attention.
Fuck off.
From the word go, you never paid him attention.
You need to get Dim needs to get
always
infected by some taxoplasmus. The taxoplasmosis, which is a brain bacteria found in cat poo. And it's used on rats. So they tested on rats. Rats fear the smell of cats, but when they're infected by this brain bacteria, it alters their brain. So when the fear parts of the brain get turned on, also the love parts get turned on. So this bacteria
dirty cats
infects this rat's brain with a bacteria that makes them love cats. And depending on the country, rates of human infection vary from 10 to 90%.
Yeah. Yep. I can imagine 90%. There's so many naive cat lovers around.
That's what it really is.
That's what it is.
Fucked.
I must be tolerant to that chemical.
Yeah, maybe you're not infected.
Maybe because you smoke, your nostrils, your sense of smell is really...
Yeah?
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the carcinogens are killed off the bacteria living in his brain.
Fuck you, cats. You are not
Cats are they're walking past him with their tails in the air, giving this arrogant look. He's like, nah.
And
You could try cat. Keep walking, bitch.
and
Put it in its eye.
I ain't patting you, motherfucker.
the reason this is in the news at the moment because a study wanted to test the relationship in humans between fear and sexual arousal. So they looked.
mean?
Well, in rats, fear makes them sexually aroused, which is why they like cats. So they thought, let's get a bunch of people with this brain bug and see what their sexual fantasies are like.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was called the relation of taxoplasma infection and sexual attraction to fear, danger, pain, and submissive. So
submissiveness.
people infected with taxoplasma were more likely to be aroused by their own fear, danger, and sexual submission.
That's not me.
I'm just picturing these BDSM layers with cats walking around.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Before you go grab a cat and start rubbing it on your wife or missus, they're actually less likely to explore this in the bedroom. So they're more likely to have fantasies of fear, pain, and sexual submission, but less.
What? Because of the smell of the cat.
Because of this bacteria in their brain that links pain and sexual arousal.
So, would it be fair to say that people that love cats would also be sexually aroused at the same time?
No, they get sexually aroused when they're scared.
Because of this bacteria?
Yeah. Or more likely to.
Okay.
So more like more BDSM fantasies and...
So if you're a violent, like, cat killer, chances are that the women, like, that you own these cats would probably be turned on by...
You want to watch horror movies with cat lovers.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, that could work,
Yeah!
Yep.
A little bit of fear and a little bit of sexual arousal.
That would make sense. That's why, like, let's watch a movie tonight. What movie? Freddy versus Jason. Done. Where's your cat? Come here, the tabby, and that's it.
We just fucking figured it out.
Yeah.
You can make some money on that, surely. That's an award-winning formula, man.
Yeah. And,
We've got it. And the goon bag.
So back on how cats killed your baby. So this
I love cat lover chicks.
it's called. I looked at this is a systematic review. Yeah. So it was called the Global Burden of Congenital Toxoplasmosis, a systematic review. So I looked at a number of studies. And congenital means the unborn baby catches it from the mother.
Okay.
So, unborn babies can be infected with Toxoplasma. While most don't have any side effects, it can result in death, abortion, and neurologic and neurocognitive defects.
This is from the cat feces.
Yeah.
So if you have a cat and you have a kid, there's a chance that...
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's pretty rare. It's
Cats.
I've
always hated cats, and now I know why.
1.5 births out of 10,000 births. The kid is infected.
Is it?
And the actual rates are much less than that. So, like, don't go kill your cat because you're worried about getting infected by this.
Is there
chances are you're already infected.
Do you reckon there are any other animals with the same parasites being released or whatever because of their feces?
I always had
don't think
ferrets.
I don't know.
No, like I'm just saying.
I think
Or do
it's
you
just
reckon cats. Why do you reckon that is?
I don't know. It's just a
cats,
genetic advantage.
Cats are evil.
Yeah, no,
That's
they
what
are.
it comes down to.
They're
Ancient Egypt, cats.
unloving, spiteful creatures. That the only reason you like them is because you're infected with this brain bug.
There you go, all you cat lovers. Fuck you. Cats are shit. Dogs are best.
Yeah.
Dogs aren't infecting your brain.
And sure, a dog kills one baby a year, and everyone makes a big deal out of it. But cats have probably killed more babies than that.
Based on these fucking...
Yeah.
Dude, I always wondered like that with cats and shit. Because like I said, I grew up with animals, it's not like I don't fucking hate animals. Shut up. Don't even look at me like that. Alright? Look at this fucking cunt. Alright? No, I don't hate animals. I grew up with them and all that. But
Animal hater.
there's a time and place and there's a space, period. You know what I mean? I don't go for fucking people that leave their dogs, in their beds with their entire families for, 2 days on end. Dude, seriously. Right?
Yeah.
And I don't go, for... people that
You need a little animal dog.
hang on, man. I always said, because people always said to me, why don't you get a dog or a cat or something? I said, you know what? I go, I'd love to have a dog, but I don't have the space for it. My apartment's tiny.
A little balcony would be fine for
It wouldn't be fine. All right.
a little cute chihuahua could just sit out
Just
there.
leave it
during the
on
day.
a,
Just a chihuahua
on a
shaking
2 meters,
violently.
2 meters by 3 meter balcony.
That's fine. That's all a chihuahua needs.
It's just confined.
Timmy, it's what you need in your life.
No,
a little
and the other thing is,
cuddly
I wouldn't
companion.
I wouldn't have time. I wouldn't have time in the day to train it properly. I wouldn't have time in the day to walk it. I wouldn't have time.
Yeah,
in the
and
day
you
to
leave
do
it
shit.
alone for 8 hours a day.
Minimum.
It's not fair on the
Yeah,
dog.
in a little confined place like that on its
At
own.
least your dog had kids and
Yeah, there was more than one person in your
Yeah.
house, man. With me, it literally see the balcony door or my apartment with all the doors shut. Have fun, buddy.
That's fine.
You shit on the carpet, I'm coming back. I always said that, yeah. But I don't you know what gets me? Oh, actually, that's something I was reading about. Hang on a second. I'll see if I got the stats. This is something. Segue. Nice segue.
The animal hater is backing up his views. Over
Shut
here.
up. Why are you going at me, man?
Because I'm really hurt from that time you came over and you didn't pay my dog any attention.
No.
Screw you, man.
Actually, now we can cover. We can actually
You could
explain.
have just given him a pat at least, or a little tickle.
We can actually explain the. Oh, I love it. Hey, what are the last recent searches in my Wikipedia? Have a look.
Rabies, old yeller.
This is
Old yeller?
yeah.
Oh my god.
Rabies. Rabies is the most recent last search. Yeah, and I can't even make this up. I was reading about rabies, right? Because I can't remember why it came up. Oh, Old Yeller came up on that Friends episode. There was a Friends episode yesterday, Arvo. I was cleaning the house up and just the TV was on, rubbish mode. And,
So you watch Friends?
No, I didn't watch Friends.
Yeah,
it was on
disgusting.
in the background,
Right.
dickhead, while I was trying to clean. Right? And it brought up an episode, something to do with Old Yeller. And I remember Old Yeller was a movie from back in like the heyday, right?
Labrador.
Was it a Labrador? I don't remember. But I know that they killed the dog off because he's got rabies, yeah? So I was just thinking, like, what the fuck is the deal with rabies anyway? Because everyone's like, oh, you got rabies, you're fucked. So
That's a great question. I've always wondered about that as
I
well.
looked it up, dude. I actually looked it up to be... Do you know much about rabies?
I know it's.
What did I
pretty
get bitten
bad,
by once that I was worried about rabies? Something bit me once and I was worried about
Dude,
getting rabies.
get this shit,
Is it a
yeah?
raccoon?
It was a raccoon. No, it wasn't really.
Dude.
I think it might have been a possum. Alright, go on.
Rabies, yeah? It's a viral disease that causes an acute inflammation of the brain in humans and in mammals, right? Symptoms can include fever, tingling at the site of exposure. Symptoms are always followed by one of the following, like violent movements, uncontrolled excitement, fear of water, inability to move parts of your body, confusion, loss of consciousness. Once the symptoms appear, the result is nearly always death. That's why it's so... that's why it's massive.
So once you start going nutty, you're going to die.
Once you have rabies, it's like, that's it, buddy. You're fucked.
I know there's like lockjaw, right?
Yeah, you can't swallow. Like, and
You need
that's
your
the
jaw
other thing.
locked.
I was reading more into it, yeah, and it's like it's spread by it's caused by a few things, right? Like rabies virus. There's an Australian bat virus, and like it spreads from saliva, biting. Dogs are the most common animal is involved. 99% of the rabies cases in countries where dogs commonly have diseases are caused by dog bites.
I'm immune to all those,
And then,
FYI.
then you get bats and rats and shit like that. But I was just reading into it, and they say something like, hang on, rabies causes about 24,000 to 60,000 deaths per year.
God.
Yeah, and more than 95% of the human deaths are caused in Africa and Asia. It's present in more than 150 countries and on all continents but Antarctica. More than 3 billion people live in regions of the world where rabies occur. Yeah? And that's like...
Wow.
Yeah, we don't... A number of countries, including Australia, Canada, Japan, and states and Western Europe, don't have rabies among dogs. Many small island nations do not have rabies at all. And basically, man, like, it's all over. Like, once you get it, you basically just have delirium, anxiety, paralysis. Like, your body just turns to shit. Death usually happens 2 to 10 days after the first symptoms.
God.
And then survival is rare once symptoms have presented, man. And there's only been one woman, Gianna Geis or something, in 2004 was the first patient treated with the Milwaukee Protocol, became the first person ever recorded to have survived rabies without receiving
I'd be that
post-exposure prophylaxis.
I could survive it.
There's a vaccine,
Yeah, there's a vaccine.
so it's like death by rabies.